football fields and cow pastures across America, the microscopic brothers of these impressive missiles are also climbing into the blue, built and launched by men and boys whose imaginations have caught the challenge of space. Although model rocketry is therefore the newest of hobbies, its appearance and development were inevitable. And, like other hobbies, model rocketry is safe, educational, and fun.
There we go. Cool. Watch this. Light. There we go. Outstanding. Woohoo! There she goes. Oh!
Well, good evening. Welcome to Grizzly Aerospace's informational meet and greet. My name is Jordan Jacob, the founding president of Grizzly Aerospace. And as you can see, starting off, one of the things that we might be following by is Elon Musk's quote, when something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. I think for some of the stuff we're looking to accomplish this year, especially in technically our inaugural year, that is an absolutely great quote to go ahead and live by for the club, and you will learn more why we will be living by that. So to go ahead and end up starting off, we're basically going to go ahead and talk about who we are. Grizzly Aerospace provides students the opportunity to work in a collaborative team environment to design, build, and fly aircraft and rockets for participation in intercollegiate competitions. And because aerospace engineering combines multiple disciplines across areas of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, that is why we are trying to go ahead and end up starting this club. We do not have an engineering program here at GGC yet. There's very limited opportunities, even for those of us in the rep program, to go ahead and have hands-on engineering projects before transferring to other institutions in the area. Starting off, we're going to go ahead and end up introducing Dr. Mark Eichen. This is our faculty advisor. The club would not exist without him. I believe Dr. Eichen was joining us virtually and may have had to drop off at the current time. But to go ahead and talk about him, he is the Associate Professor of Information Technology and Physics. Received his Bachelor's of Science, Master's of Science, and PhD in Physics with concentrations in chaos theory, atomic, molecular, and nuclear physics from Georgia Tech. He's conducted engineering efforts and research in diverse sets of fields, including physics, cognitive science, applied to learning systems, scientific visualization, distributed supercomputing, and phased array radar design and modeling for cockpit simulation and training systems. At GGC, he has gone ahead and served as the the vice president of educational technology here at GGC. He also served as the director for information technology and infrastructure the School of Industrial and Systems Engineering, and as the director of Scientific Visualization Laboratory at Georgia Tech. So right now we would not be here without Dr. Eichen. I want to extend a very heartfelt thanks to him. I know our other officers in the roles will go ahead and support me in that. Next up, let's introduce our secretary, Corey Johnson. He is currently a sophomore, intends on transferring to Georgia Tech next fall to pursue a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering and a master's in aerospace engineering. He chooses to do aerospace engineering because he has a lot of interest in rockets and aircraft. Math was also his favorite subject growing up, and Corey's hobbies include playing basketball, watching baseball, and traveling. We are glad to have Corey on board as our secretary. Marina is our treasurer. She is not with us this evening. She is away on a trip. However, Marina does have a very vast interest in aerospace. Her passion started when she binge watched a million Star Wars movies a few years back, and it paved the path for her future plans of becoming an aerospace engineer. This semester, she found an awesome group of friends who share similar interests. I think that's us. Joining Grizzly Aerospace, she was able to participate or will be able to participate in upcoming exciting projects, and it's truly become one of her highlights of her weeks. And that is a paraphrase of the email I received from her today for her bio. So that is from her exact words. And because teamwork and collaboration is something she truly values, quote, that's exactly what Grizzly Aerospace has to offer. So that is our treasurer. Sebastian, our vice president, he's currently a sophomore, is enrolled in the Regents Engineering Pathway program, intends to transfer to Georgia Tech to pursue an aerospace engineering bachelor's and master's degree. He loves aerospace engineering because it incorporates both aeronautics and astronautics, which he finds fascinating. He loves to tackle engineering problems and believes that the future engineers design and construct the world of tomorrow. And one day he aspires to partake in the aerospace revolution. And he also wants to pursue incorporating alternative energy systems within aerospace vehicles to increase energy efficiency and reduce the emissions of toxic gases. Very, very glad to also have Sebastian on board as our vice president. And then there's me. I really feel like I don't want to have to talk about myself, but how are y'all going to get to know me? My name's Jordan Jacob. I'm the president of Grizzly Aerospace. I'm a non-traditional student, something that is not usually found in a college environment. I work full-time and attend classes part-time. I'm currently still a freshman because of that, even though I've taken many semesters so far, close to about 6. However, I am also enrolled in the Regents Engineering Pathway program and intend to transfer to Georgia Tech. I want to pursue a bachelor's degree in computer engineering and have a minor in aerospace engineering. SpaceX, it's my dream job. I mean, who doesn't want to really work for SpaceX if you're in the aerospace field and you like rockets? But I did go ahead over the summer. I designed, manufactured, and built a mid-power rocket consisting of traditional components as well as 3D printed components. Unfortunately, it did suffer a motor failure, so it wasn't able to fully be tested, but systems that were worked perfectly fine. So hopefully we can take some of the 3D printing and new age technology that we're starting to work with for some of our prototyping and everything, or even into our final designs. My wife, Laura, who's in the room with us, she is a professor here at GGC, teaches in psychology. And when I'm not off dreaming about rockets, Disney is life, hence the Mickey Mouse polo. Unfortunately, those that are on teams cannot see that. So, Myself, Sebastian, Marina, and Corey, we make up the 2021 and 2022 founding officers. Sport Rocketry. It's basically aerospace engineering in miniature. And I'm going to go ahead and end up saying this is an exact quote from one of our local aerospace rocketry groups. And I'm going to talk about them on the next slide. But basically, the popular hobby of sport rocketry was founded in 1957 to provide a safe and inexpensive way for young people. I wish I could call myself young. To learn the principles of rocket flight. It's grown then to a worldwide hobby with over 5 million flights per year used in 25,000 schools around the U.S. And sport rocketry has inspired 2 generations of America's young people to pursue careers in technology. As a matter of fact, this right here is one of the rockets I designed over the summer. I know you were not in when I introduced that, so. That quote came from SOAR, also known as Southern Area Rocketry. They are an NAR chartered club in the local area for model rocket enthusiasts for North Georgia. They've been around for 24 years and have provided ground for techniques, training, and safe launch support. They host 2 different launches a month usually. They have one that's considered their low power launch. It's more of like an outreach. But of course, if you have like smaller Estes model rockets, or you have Apogee rockets that fly on the up to D class motors, you can go ahead and end up going out there. They have like a limit of 1,000 feet. They are going to be a group we're going to be getting involved with. I'm actually one of the members with them. I just started over the summer, and that's where I took this one out to go ahead and try to fly before its catastrophic engine failure. But they also hold mid-power launches, which is where I took this to. They fly up to G-class motors, and then sometimes they also end up having high-power launches. There is one coming up called GRITS, or Georgia Rockets in the Sky. That is usually held down in Nashville, Georgia, near Tifton. They allow high-power motors there. I'm not sure up to what class, but I think they may even allow up to O motors, which is the largest you can get as far as consumer grade. So, why is this important? It leads us to our most exciting endeavor with Grizzly Aerospace. Let's find out what that is.
You all have almost a sacred ability now to create things and to engineer things. Most people out there in the world don't have that ability to envision something and to use engineering to put it into a technical framework that will make it succeed based on the requirements that you set it. And so all of you are not just, students or engineers, but you're creators. And the planet needs that in a big way right now. We need people who can go out there and design solutions for the biggest challenges that we have and to figure things out in a way that moves us forward. And you all have the tools to do that. And that's going to be super important for the future.
The school I go to is, of course, New Mexico State University, which is the local school. So it's pretty exciting that we're actually competing for the first time in this competition. It's just been a journey all year. I was here last year and it was awesome, awesome, but we didn't have a team. So I think the journey really started a year ago whenever the team started being created. We laid that foundation, we built it up from the ground, have an amazing team that's passionate and ready to compete and looking forward to competing in the future as well.
I'm from Ryerson University and we're from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Going to 30,000 feet.
So for the last 10 months, the Atomic Aggies is our first year competition. We've been working to get our level certifications for this exact moment, June 20th. So we're hoping to, be one of the first teams on the launch pad. We're really excited to be here, and we're all here to make it so that 6.9 seconds that our motor burns up into 10,000 foot category is an exciting one.
My name's Curtis Eubank. I'm a judge at the 2018 IREC. Here we're watching the teams as they do all their procedures and final pre-flight checklists to judge their competence as they prepare for the first salvo here.
Emotionally, it was devastating. It was a very hard day for us to witness that. Literally a full year of our lives were put into getting to that very day. And we learned a lot along the way, and then just to kind of see it go up in smoke in the sky was really hard to swallow.
Myself, I'm standing on the launch pad, which is 3 stories up above, teams from across the world. And the second it fails, everyone's eyes turn and look up at the guy who presses the button.
After we kind of got over our pride and looked back on it, you can walk away and know that you learned something from that.
So we're back at it, and we'll just make another year of pushing ourselves to the absolute limit, and we're excited about that.
I want to congratulate you to celebrate all your accomplishments, not just this week, but obviously from looking at what everyone did, the hard work that went into this for the entire year. We understand at Blue that the ingenuity, teamwork, and determination that goes into building a rocket, and so we really commend you for those efforts. No matter the outcome of this week, you've still been successful. By testing those designs, you've gained some insight into how rockets and rocket engines perform, and that'll be invaluable to you as you move forward back to school or into your career.
Okay, team number 47, McGill, come on up.
Spaceport America Cup is a intercollegiate rocket competition. It's an engineering competition. It's designed in conjunction with IREC for student rocketry teams from all over the country and the world. They've had over 150 plus teams from different colleges and universities in 11 different countries, and it continues to grow each year. Unfortunately, they did cancel 2020 with COVID. They held 2021 virtually. This upcoming year, 2022, they're back in person, Las Cruces, New Mexico. We just submitted our application last night. We're waiting for approval of our rocket. And obviously, if we're waiting for approval of our rocket, we have one, at least in design. Introducing for the 2022 Spaceport America Cup, Project Luna. Project Luna is currently in its design phase right now. Has some basic components sketched out. It is submitted on the application for us to go ahead and end up getting approval for to be able to take it out to Las Cruces and fly it in the competition. Currently, we're on the Mark I design. It is slated for the 10,000 foot commercial off the shelf category with the length of 151 inches tall, approximately 6.8 inches in diameter, 75 pounds of rocket weight. When fueled with the solid motor, it's going to be about 93 to 101 pounds. And it's going to be powered by a Cicerone Pro 98 N2500P engine. producing about 576.45 pounds of average thrust. In order to go ahead and end up building this rocket, we need additional insight. We need other members to go ahead and end up joining us to make this rocket happen. Even if it doesn't happen this year for 2022, we can take anything we work on this year and carry it over into the 2023 competition. If we go ahead and get our acceptance, once we receive that, we'll know if we're working towards next year's goals or if we're working towards this year's goals.
The rocket is about to be raised. Alpha 5, altimeter ready for launch. Main board powering up. Start sequence initialized. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Somewhere by the Emerald Sea, where the moon and water meet, somewhere close to harmony, when the world is sound asleep. Something's gonna bring the change, journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Something's gonna bring the change, journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away.
Grizzly Aerospace would like to thank you for watching the informational meet and greet session. If you have any questions, you can contact myself, Jordan Jacob, at jjacob6@ggc.edu, or our Vice President, Sebastian Gomez, at jgomez22@ggc.edu. We hope you have a great day and look forward to hearing from you if you're interested in Grizzly Aerospace.